Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. So, I'm making some changes to the drill spawner that I'm still implementing. Previously, I've shown you that I had it spawning out of the right, like this. And with a bunch of particles kind of exploding out of the rock here. So that to figure out how to do the one from the left, which one of the problems I was going to have, normally within Game Maker you can just take this animation and you just set its x-axis to be -1 and it just flips it. It's scaling x to be -1 and it just flips it. But because I need the drill inside to flip and not this actual rock face here, because otherwise the tile won't fit within the background, I've had to go in and flip within the animation, create a set of an open left animation in which the actual object, drill object, is flipped by -1 on its scale to mirror it. I then had to go in and create a new hole, so now there's two holes, and I would just turn off whichever hole is relevant at the for the level for where I position it, and then create a yeah, that sticks out too far, doesn't it? Does that stick out too far? That sticks out too far. Let's move that further in because it looks silly when it sticks all the way out like that. Doop. And change those. Yeah, and I also had to change how this arm worked, because originally I used inverse kinematics to so this would wait a minute, so that this would, so I just had to move the one thing and it would move the other, as it were, because IKs and all that bollocks. But when you mirror using the -1 scale in Spine, it doesn't the IK part is doesn't mirror and flip properly and all gets broken, so I had to stop it from being a that looks rubbish. Doesn't that look rubbish? Doesn't look as let's have a look at the opening the other way. See, how does that? Okay, let's go back to you. Yeah, okay, let's just do that, and then I also made the animation take longer, which means I may potentially have to delay the spawning of the AI, because essentially at the moment they spawn the start of the animation, but the animation was really quick so you didn't notice that. So at the moment they'll spawn there and they'll all start coming out before the drill's even halfway out and open. Yeah, so let's export and import that. Do 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 ding. So on to implementing it code-wise. What I need to do is, I've already created a face left variable which is set to false, which means on the creation code you can set that to true and it will come out the left instead of the right. But I'm also going to need to change some setup stuff. Now the best way to do this is you add a room start event. So what happens is when the object's created, it runs its create event and sets all its stuff up. It then runs the creation code for the instance in the level, so then you modify stuff like changing the false left flag. Then it will run its room start event, and then in here where you can have it set its settings based on what the left or right facing setting you've done is. So the first thing I want to handle is the animation, because I need to have it that's not what I want to look at. So inside here the animations are open if it goes to the right, or open underscore left if it goes left. So there's underscore left added to the end of everything. So I need to figure out how to do that within here. So the easy thing to do is go plus str facing, and then in here we create str facing, and if it's face left, str facing equals underscore left. And if it's not facing left, then it's blank. So that handles whether or not this animation gets well, this will always point it at the idle animation, and then depending on whether it's left or right, it'll give it the correct animation. So then I just need to go and add that to all of these lines down here. Now, the next tricky thing is how to handle the case part, because I'm pretty sure if I just do that, it throws out a compile error. I'm pretty sure that will fail, because you're not allowed to have the case just, you've just got to have a constant or whatever it is. But you've got to have something there that's not, you can't have like a thing, formula, equation, whatever that's name is. You can't do that, basically. I'm pretty sure you can't do that. And I've had to do this before. And I think my solution is I do a little bit of string gubbins. No, wait, what I do is I go if face left oops, let's just remove this bit that's, so if it's facing left, then I know that finished anim is going to have the extra bits at the end, and all I need to do is juggle a bit of strings and remove it. So I make finished anim equal string copy. My typing is rubbish today. String copy finished anim. Am I using that correctly? I don't think I'm using that correctly. Let's check the. I think this is, it doesn't return. No, it does return a string. So Yeah, okay. So starting from character 1, and then I need to do string length finished anim minus 5, because yeah. So what this does is finished aim. It's not right. Finished anim. It takes finished anim and overwrites itself with a copy of itself, where it starts from the start of the string and copies everything except for the last 5 characters. Which means that, because if it's face left, then whatever animation it's got has underscore left at the end, and this will just remove underscore left. And so finished anim should now trigger correctly in this entire thing. And that should be all I need to do to change this code to actually make it work with being flipped left or right. The next thing I need to worry about is the particles, which are in this event here. Because at the moment it's based on particle direction, and yeah, that works for right, but for left that'll basically spawn it the particle direction is going to be 80. Damn it. Come here, spine. Okay, so the particle direction is going to be 80, and it'll be 80 plus 22, which will be that direction, and 80 plus 66, which will be that direction. So what I actually need to do is do minus if it's going face left. So what I'm actually going to do is think in here and think here, create different values in there. So particle min equals 22, because directions are 0 and I'm adding 22. And then particle max equals 66. We then put both of these in here instead of this. Derp. And then in here if it's facing left, it's going to be, let me see, the minimum's going to be that way, so that's 180 minus 66, which is 114. Yeah, 114. My mental arithmetic is rubbish. And minimum is 22 less, which would make it 158. So that then gives an arc of there to there, which kind of matches going the other way. So that's the particles fixed. What else do I need to tell it? No, that should be it. That should be all it needs to know. So let's check the implementation of that in the testbed level. So pop over here, and in the creation code, true. Now I'm going to move this thing over here, so when they spawn out they actually about there, and we need to move that to there. Let's move that over here just to kind of help it so that it doesn't start pathfinding off into, oh, there's one on top of the other. Now this time let's move this closer so it's easy to see. When I fly up, it should spawn guys out of that side when I run it. Okay, let's see what happens. So here we go. Now hopefully when I fly up it should seamlessly spawn out the left and just, you know, oh crap, it won't seamlessly. Oh wait, will it? Yeah, no. Things I've forgotten to do include. Right, so where's the bit where I tell it to turn the hole off? Where did I do that? Did I do it in animation? Did I do it in animation? And why didn't it turn the hole on the right off? I don't think the animation bit worked either. Okay, so it's not when it triggered. Sure it was in the animation bit. Idle open event user 15. Event user 15 spawn particles and boom, right, it's there. Okay, so if face left else, so if face left, it's, what did I call you? What did I call you? Did I call you L-hole? I did, I called you L-hole. You're an L-hole, man. You're a real L-hole. So that will now turn off the correct hole. However, as it didn't turn off the incorrect hole, I'm guessing there's something wrong with this bit here, and this little bit of face left juggly stuff is not producing the correct string. Okay, let's look at the debugger. I'm gonna pop a, where am I, new AI miners, drill spawn left, animation end, and diddly 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 doo. Okay, let's actually run the game, get into the level. So now if I pop a breakpoint in, it'll stop it, and it goes face left, it goes into here. Okay, finished anim currently says idle. Oh, you dickhead. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. I also need to set the start animation. So in room start, where I do this, if face left, skeletal animation set needs to be idle left. Otherwise it's already set to idle, so I don't need to change anything. And hopefully that time it'll actually work properly. Here we go. Now, what happens when I... Yes! There we go. One small problem. I didn't change the point at which the so when particles are generated, they're at RP left, right, top and bottom, which I need to move. So I'll leave them, the ones for the right in there, and then in step left I will just add them in again. So left will be X, right will be X plus 64, and the other two should be the same. So in fact, let's just delete that, as it only confuses matters. So that should now move particle spawn to left X and right X plus 64, so now they'll spawn there. So now this time, hopefully, finally, when I goddamn run it, it'll work correctly. And this time when I fly up, everything should work perfectly. God damn it. There was something wrong with that animation, but otherwise, let's check what it looks like when I kill it. Yeah, that looks fine. The only slight concern I have is as you fly around, sometimes it twitches and you can see like gaps. It's not, yeah, which might give away that it's there to the keen observer. Okay, now I need to figure out implementing the skin so that I can change what tile it is to match where it is. Yeah, and stuff. Okay, let's kill that. Now the skin bit should be easy. It's just skeleton skin set, skin A. And then in create we just add in somewhere here skin equals, but let's just do that. So at the moment it's just setting the same skin twice, but that's fine, we're not worried about that. Let's create in here 1, 2, 3 creation code. That's not how you spell creation. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's correct. So we need that and that. So whenever I place it, I can just I have the creation code in here and I can just come in, copy that out, paste it into the level, and boom, it's done. However, let's check that it works by putting it into the combat testbed or whichever testbed. Boom, the testbed. Ding. And I'm going to make you deep 4. Actually, let's have a little look at the deeps. Nope, yeah, deep 4. So, and I run that this time. So, if I fly up this time, hang on a minute, that's the wrong skin. That is the wrong goddamn skin. That is the wrong goddamn skin. It's the underscore. Should have checked that. Should have checked that. Okay, that is the correct skin. And boom. Okay, so the other thing I need to change is the particles, because that should have... Yeah. How am I going to do that though? This is... right. What I needed to do is spawn different particles, depending on what spawner it is. Oh my god. Right, how am I going to do this? So I'm telling it what skin to use, can I? Right, in room start, I can take the skin var s equals string copy skin 1 1. So I can take the first letter from whatever skin has been set, which will either be C, D, I or S, IR or S. That, yeah, C, D, I, R or S. Yeah. Case. No. Switch. S. Case C. And then part sprite equals, so no, you know what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do? Am I going to do that? What am I going to do? Could do that. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is yeah, so set sprite. So I'm going to need to go back to this script here. Level creation particles, this one, where I created this bad boy, and I'm going to take this line here and I'm going to change the sprite on the fly and reset it. So dink, and then whatever part sprite we've set this to goes in here, and in this case it's SPR part DS crystal. We also need S for stone, D for deep, I for ice, and rock will be the default. and it always helps to have a default. In case of screw-ups. So this one is stone, this one is deep, and this one is ice. So now what's happening is once you set the skin in level creation at room start, it gets to here, looks what the first letter of, copies out the first letter of the whatever skin you've set. Now I went with first letter as opposed to the full thing because there's numbers at the end, and I just need to get the subtype, as it were, which is defined by the first letter quite nicely. So look at whatever the first oh god damn it, that needs to be in quotes because it's a string, you fool. So that's looks at whatever that first letter is and sets the particle sprite to be whatever the corresponding one is. When it gets into here to the dumph, it defines that the sprite for that particle type, emits it, and then bing, resets it afterwards, because just in case. So now when I run it, and if I fly up, we should see, god damn it, well that didn't work. Okay, let's abort this mission and then do it again, but this time I'm gonna go into the debugger and I'm going to set a break point. In fact, let's just show you what I'm doing there. So I'm going into the room start event and I'm going to find out what S is and see what it's doing, because essentially this switch isn't working. So if I just pop back in here and click that quick, there we go. S is a D, which is just gravy. So if I go down here, part sprite is set to the correct thing. Then right, that's working. Why is that working? Yeah, that's working. Why is that working? Let's check what it is at this point. Part sprite. Well, that's not telling me anything useful. Right, well that makes no sense because that's telling part sprite that's telling it to be that sprite. It's telling it to be the correct sprite. So why is it emitting the wrong? Right, let's actually check that the correct sprite is in that sprite variable then. Part sprite deep, yeah, that's correct. Okay. What the hell's going on? Let's make you a crystal 4 instead. Okay, so Show me some green particles. Come on, show me green. Fuck you! God damn it. Right. Right. At times like this, it always pays to read the goddamn manual, because probably doing something wrong somewhere in terms of how I use it. So I'm going to read what this actual bit does, part sprite type. Right. That should be working. Why isn't that working? Okay. There's another way of doing this which should work, because for some bizarre reason that's not working. So I'm going to go up to script. I'm going to create a new group there for the coloured particles. I'm going to pop that in there, and then I'm going to create a new script. I'm going to call this one set up drill set up, mate, no, okay, set up particles. That's not how you spell particles. What if I particles spawn? Donk, and open both of these up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put set up particles spawn in here. Then I'm going to grab all of this shite and I'm going to put it in here. Particles for drill spawner. No, it's not going to work either. Because I won't be able to. I'm changing properties of the thing on the fly, and it's not going to. Right. God damn it all to hell. Right, I'll leave that because that's going to not actually change anything. See, at the moment I'm changing the direction of the particle, and I don't know what would happen if I... Okay, let's give it a try. Let's create DS part crystal. Let's do that. Let's give it a try. Okay, and then in this bit where I set the skin, I also want to spawn particle equals part ds rock. Okay, so I think what will happen is I change this to crystal, and then I put spawn particle in here, and I'm hoping that, well, it depends if variables work by reference or by, because if I need to dig around in the manual to see, this is, if variables work by reference, then, which I think they do, because if when you create a particle it creates a global index and you give it, so when I create this particle type here in this global variable here, I've essentially, this contains a reference to the particle within the particle system, so I'm passing the reference to here, in which case this should work fine, I think, I hope, or at least it bloody better. Who knows, I mean, it was supposed to work when I changed the sprite, so who knows if this will work or not. Just have to run it and find out. What'll happen when I fly up? God damn it! It's not chucking them in the right direction now either. That just didn't work at all in the slightest. What did I fuck up? Come on, what did I fuck up? What did I not change? What did I not do? What did I get wrong? Yeah, that'll be it. That'll be it. So, when I went through and put spawn particle into all of these things, I then didn't actually change this bit where it tells it what particle to spawn. So it carried on spawning the same particle but without these modifications because it wasn't modifying them all. Because I'm a goddamn idiot. Show me green particles. Show me green particles. Show me goddamn yeah! Right. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, so what I'm going to do is like just not change the particles. They can just stay as that, and that'll be fine. And then, you know, I will sleep soundly at night, and you know, yeah, it's all going to be good. I'll just do that, and then I'm calling it done. If I at a later date I might figure out how to actually make that work, but at the moment I'm calling that done, diddly done, and I'm going to go and put that in a level. What level shall I put it in? Let's go with. Now, one of the problems I have is trying to remember what level is what, so I usually have to open up the actual campaign room. Here it is. Ta-da! And then pick a level. wonder where I want. Let's go with this level here. Yeah, let's put it in there. Ding! So, let's give you as big a view of the as possible. There we go. Now, where am I going to want to put you? What fun place can I... Yeah, let's go with like here. Let's bang one there. Just to like... Because you're basically going to kind of... At the moment, the player takes off here, and then you've got to kind of dodge your way through here and time it, and you get these turrets pop up and start going, haha, shitty, shitty, bang, bang. So you can kind of whiz past quick and just try and avoid them. And then get surprised by a bunch of arseholes popping out and being like, hey, gotcha. Except, tiny problem. I don't have that tile created. I'm gonna have to change that. So tiles. Now my tile layer for the front tiles is at -1000. I'm going to remove that tile and that tile. So let's show you what my tile sets look like as well. So drag that out a bit. Let's go with and I need the crystal ones, which are there. Drag that. Oh, damn. Right, so these are 1 to 8 tiles, which should hopefully. So we have that one is a is the main kind of just doop 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 infinitely tiling load of crystally gubbins. Then I have a kind of complete circle style thing that goes around it. I'm going to be inserting a top and bottom one in here. Think like that. Looks great. But I essentially have all the different bits for connecting however I want to, including inverted corners like that. And then I have 3 different types of kind of holes that go in the middle, just to add gaps and break it up a bit so it doesn't look entirely too yeah, tiley. And that's all we need to look at there, so let's drag that out of the way a bit. So now I need to remove, don't need that, come on, don't need that tile, and that needs to change as well because it's too big. So change the scale on that, move it to there. Gonna copy you and you there. I'm gonna need a background tile. None of them. Background tile do I want? Let's go with that one. There we go. Gonna need to move these up a little bit, just a little bit, because otherwise they're gonna pop in there. Oops, actually let's stagger it, might be a little bit more interesting. Now I'm gonna need to grab the creation code, which I don't need to tell it to face left, I just need to tell it what skin it is. Now let's check inside spine and see which skin I actually want for this one. So I'm probably looking for 5 or 6. No, I'm looking for 4. Yep, skin 4, so crystal 4. That's that. Now I need a couple of other objects, so I need to put a spawner in there, and it goes roughly there. I need to add a trigger pulse debris, which goes there. And I need a trigger on, and if I give that a width of 8 so you can't miss it. Now the question is, where do I want to put it? So if I put it here, then as soon as you come through to here, you've just dodged that through those, they open up, you start shooting them, and then bang, that explodes out of there. Or I put it down here, and as you go past it, it explodes behind you. But of course at that point you're going to kind of, you know what, they can't pathfind through there. They can't pathfind through there. Shit. This is not a good place to put this. I'll have to change the level so that... Oh, come on. No, you know what, this is fine, What I'm going to do is just put one there, give it a size of 3. No, I'm going to leave that at 2. So I'm going to put one defend position there, so they'll have a defender come out and defend there and shoot down on you. Or they'll come here and you have to fight them there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a pathfinding block. So this little object I've got here, all this does is blocks the pathfinding so that it can't actually, essentially it'll just remove that entire bit from the pathfinding grid. It's probably too much. Yeah. So effectively whatever spawns out of here will hang around these 2 points here and won't attempt to go through here and join up with here, and anything down here won't attempt to go up there, which means that if you skip through here and evade these guys and then get killed, you'll have to fight them again, so you've always got to take out this spawner kind of thing. Yeah. Now the question is still, where do I actually want to spawn you or trigger the spawner, before or after it comes out? Yeah. I mean, ultimately, until I'll have to pick somewhere to put it, play it, see how that works, and then move it, and then try it in the other position, and then juggle it around, and eventually be like that one or that one, as opposed to just going, yeah, it's this one, and then leaving it there. You've always got to play test it, but you need to actually think about how it's going to play first, and try and figure out if that's the best position, so that when you play test it and figure out why you want it in that position, so that when you play test it you can kind of like observe the behaviour and determine, like, is that what I wanted, is that what I expected, is that any good, and yeah. Okay, so let's put it about where? So just as you go past it, it triggers. Because I'm figuring your pop here, you'll be like, I'm going to shoot these guys, I'm going to shoot those guys, then you dodge down. You might try and like get through here, and you might dodge down here and try and like time it. And as you're trying to time that, they've popped up behind you and they're going zap, 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 zap. Haha, gotcha, bitch. So yeah, let's do that. I'm also going to need a bump spawny area bit, so when they first pop out they will basically pathfind to this bit right in the, they'll spawn here, pathfind to here, and then either go up here or down here. But either way, they'll be shooting at you and being like, gotcha! So now I need to hook up all these various things. So that attaches to that. So that's that hooked up. This one is hooked up to that. Let's check the actual testbed level, because I can't remember exactly how I implement this anymore. Even though I just did it, I've forgotten how it works. So that needs to be told. Okay. That needs to be told Amon is false. I need to kind of create a manual for myself to sort of say, this is what you need to do here, this is what you need to do there. This needs to be told. Oh yeah, it needs all its spawn settings. And I'm going to spawn standard pod without a shield. Those settings need to be... Actually no, it doesn't matter. They're their own thing, so it doesn't matter if they end up with the same slot. I think. Maybe. That might. I'll leave that and see what happens. It might break. It might be okay. It might fail safely. Hopefully, I wrote the code so it fails safely. We shall see. So that doesn't have settings. This just needs to be told skin and that, which is. So the other question is blocking it out, which, yeah, just realised that's got to change, because at the moment that works for that side, not for that side. If I do that, let's check with spine. Yeah, that will roughly, that should be enough to actually block the player. And yeah, okay. Okay. Right. And that should be that. That should now, when the player spawns, flies down here, goes through here, shoots his way through there, it pops out. Everything's okay. Now, of course, I'm going to have to actually play the game and see if it does that. So now, it should work! Hooray! Need to do something about that. Says Shurian's gameplay is a bit too easy to kill once you know how. Let's get some bombs back. And pick up the data chip, which it's not telling you to do. No one's going to be able to do this level because it's not pointing to the data chip. That is annoying. Oh, 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 oh. Well, I'm about to die. Yep. Methinks perhaps this level is too hard. I need to do something like that beep beep. It's a nice little warning sound, but well, it's nice that there is a warning sound, but it's like beep beep gonna kill ya, beep beep gonna kill ya. No, leave me alone, stop killing me. Fuck, this level's hard. Stop beep beeping at me, you annoying fucker. Okay, I'm gonna go up here and take out these arsehole spawner. Boom! Face! Can't be spawning now, can ya? Oh! I'm so gonna fail this level. Yeah, failing away. I'm gonna have to take those shield bots off this, shield pods off this level. I'm a natch chuff away from. How am I still alive? Must be on like 1% health. Yep. I have failed this mission. That's a whoops, and now I don't have any resources. I'm taking it from you. Let's take some from you. Ah, oh, come on! Okay, this one's pretty easy. Except that I should really have missiles, it's a bit easier. Okay. Where are you? Where are you? Come here. There's another one. Oh, there's a guy up here. Any more for any more? Nope. Okay. Let's try doing. Damn it. God damn it! Which mission is it this time? Oh, it's the same bloody mission. Should probably record what the last mission was and not give you the same one again. That might be a fun thing to do. I should probably turn off their physics as well when they were. Damn it. Let's go back to base and get some more bomby things. Beep beep. Beep beep. Mission accomplished. Yeah, boy. Now, I can do this mission. Oh crap, it's this one. This one's really hard as well. God damn it, this game's too hard. Okay, now I'm half broken. And now I'm almost entirely broken. This is going to be tricky. How to get through here without getting shot. And the answer is I can't. God damn it. Arrgh! Okay, squeezing through. Taking out that so I don't have to do that loop again. Down we go, down we go, down we go. Plonk. Okay. This bit's always tricky. Squeezing through, squeezing through, squeezing through. Taking all the guys out. Yeah. Get rid of that spawner. Crap, I'm gonna die. Oh, that was annoying. And I should do something about unlock. I have a like debug thing for just unlocking all the levels so I can actually just test them quick. But I unhooked it for the early access release, so it's not currently accessible anymore. It would have been quicker to just write a few lines of script than actually just hook that back up again. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, all the heck. Don't get destroyed, don't get destroyed, don't get destroyed, you're on your last life. Oh shit, he can shoot through that. That ain't right. Okay. Oh! Ah! Oh, screw it. I need that tea break, and the sun's come out, so I also need to actually put my washing on the line to take advantage of the very rare instance of there actually being sun in England in November.